Original seats. Couple cracks. So this is where it's at. Sign 74. Come back here. Yeah. Had another CJ5 in here. He's not ready to sell it yet. So 77 ish. But right where you see that tractor is where the Jeep sat. Sign 74, 73. And all of this will be demolished. I don't want free though. Put it through. Oh, we have another one. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick. We have a special little vehicle in here with us today that we picked up. Ended up finding another barn find that was actually local to us again, and I'll explain the story in just a minute. But this is a 1955, I believe, Willy's CJ5 Jeep. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a 1955. I did come across some things on it that kind of point out that it's a 1955. From 1950 to 59, I guess there's some changes with the CJ5 when Willy's owned it. I was told it was a 1959, but it just doesn't add up from what I see. Anyways, we're gonna go over those. We're gonna show you some of the differences and why I think it's a 1955. The story is that this driving range had been owned by this family since 1948. So from 1948 to 2020, this family had run a drive-in for golfing. Like I said, there's mini golf. I'm not sure if there's mini golf in the 40s. I think that was added in the 70s, maybe late 60s. Anyhow, the family had bought the piece of property in 1948. And when they bought the piece of property, they had I think there was up to maybe 40 or 50 little tiny stalls to where you could go driving range that is, so you could hit golf balls out into this field. And when the family owned it, the grandpa who originally started the driving range needed something to plow his lot. So this is where this guy came from. This has the whole plow on it, as you guys saw in the beginning. We took it off just because it's kind of unnecessary to have that in the garage. The family in the 70s decided to buy another Jeep, a CJ5, I believe it's 1976, and that was also in their garage. And that one though picked up the golf balls that would be driven out into the range. So this one stayed as a plow, and that one would pick up the golf balls. In 1974, this Jeep decided to get parked. The plates show 1975 on it. So around 74, 75, this thing was parked. So the family is looking to sell the piece of land now. It's 2020. They're looking to develop a subdivision on the piece of property, and this Jeep has to go. The only downside to this Jeep, I mean, it does have somewhat a decent amount of rust, but the biggest downside is that the engine is seized. The engine's stuck, so we've been soaking it with some oil, some diesel, some Marvel Mystery Oil, acetone, and some Corolla oil, basically just trying to free this thing up. So anyways, we made the deal, we brought it back, and here it is. So this is a one-owner CJ5 from 1955. Now we're gonna go walk around the Jeep, and we're gonna show you why I think it's a 1955 and some of the differences that were pointed out with it. So stay tuned. Okay, so like I was saying before, this is a one-owner CJ5. And the seats inside are all original, the paint's original, I believe even the tires are original on it. It only has 15,000 miles on it, so not a lot of miles. And like I was saying before, unfortunately the engine is seized. So I'm just gonna we're gonna do a walk around of the Jeep, and then I'm going to show why I think it's a 1955. I have watched some videos and read some forums, kind of some differences you can watch. Because in 1959, I guess they did change a lot of these. But this is just what I've seen on mine so far. And here are some of the differences. This indent in the hood here was for the earlier style Jeeps. This is where the mirror was mounted. I think in 55 to 1959, they changed it to here. But that's where the Jeep, or that's where it used to be mounted. The battery box, I guess, is also a big giveaway. So this is actually a battery box that you could take off. So from the 1950 to 1955, I believe, if your Jeep has that, it is somewhere in that range. I think in 1959 they got rid of all this. It will just be a flat panel all the way across. And then the last giveaway, from what I could see, was I actually still have my VIN tag on here, and I looked up that serial number, and it says 1955 online. That's the last thing I can really think of it being a 1955. So the cab on here, it's called a Koenig cab, and this is a Koenig half cab, so that's pretty rare from what I was told. There is the original seats for 1955. And spare tires with the original snow chains. Right in here. Snow chains, original spare. That's where the spare tire would have been. Unfortunately, it's rotted out, it's gone. You can kind of see the outline where the family's sticker was on there for the golf center, so that's kind of cool. Let me say hopefully there's no critters in there. Some papers in there. Another one in there. Empty. Thermostat. Looks like maybe a fuse and something else sitting in there. What's in the papers there? I'm thinking. Looks like registration. Yeah, check that out. It's registration. So the snorkel could go right there on the hood. You could run it out because there's your airbox. And that's where you can punch it out and run your snorkel. Windshield washer fluid. This is a battery from probably the 70s. It's definitely seen better days. All that acid on there. Here's the hydraulic for the plow on the front. That's how you'd operate it there. Pretty cool. So I figure over the next couple of weeks, I'll just keep nudging this thing. And if it doesn't break free, we're gonna jump in here, we're gonna tear it down and hopefully get it freed up, and we can see if this thing will run or not. I'm sure obviously the whole fuel system's gone on it. So let's see what happens in the next couple of days or a week or so. And if not, we're gonna jump in there and we're gonna tear it down.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of your ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Okay, so let's go through our checklist. We have the exhaust undone, we have the electrical undone, we have all the case bolts off from the transmission to the engine, we have the fuel supply disconnected, we have the carburetor disconnected, we have all of our connections going to our engine disconnected. So the last thing I think we have to do is just disconnect the motor mounts and go ahead and lift this thing up and out of here. Okay, first off, I know it looked horrible. That was a lot of work. Everyone said it was pretty easy, but that was pretty difficult for me. I don't know what was fighting me the whole time. A lot of work, but it's out. So we got it out. Show you guys what it looks like down in here. Pretty greasy. So anyways, it's out. I need a haircut after this one. It's out. We're going to rebuild it now. We're gonna do some upgrades. We're gonna get some new motor mounts, clean up this whole engine bay. Need new floor panels and stuff. So I think that's going to do it for part one. We got the engine out. We got it soaking. The pistons are soaking in some oil right now, some Marble Mystery oil. Hopefully we can get the engine freed up, and then we can tear it down, start rebuilding this thing, adding new parts, new water pump, coil, distributor. I'm sure we'll have to go through the entire thing. In part two, hopefully we're going to get this thing freed up, and then we're going to start tearing it down, rebuilding it. Going to start freeing up the brakes. We got to order some new parts. The motor mounts were pretty bad in there. Be probably a good time to do the clutch, the throw-up bearing, kind of all that stuff. And I'm sure we'll find a ton of more things to purchase as we start cleaning this thing out, getting rid of the grease and whatnot. I just want to say thank you for watching the part one of the Jeep CJ5 restoration. Part two should be coming out pretty soon. Once we start hopefully getting this engine freed up, we'll start filming again. I had a ton of fun recording this, just like my other car videos. Thank you for watching all of them in the series. I'm excited to start making more videos. It really means a lot that everyone has watched and had feedback in the comments section. It really means a lot. I've been looking at all the comments, seeing what I can improve on. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, I will see you in part two of the Jeep CJ5 restoration.